Welcome to the American Beauty Solder Pot Quick Start Setup Guide. This product support video will guide you through the basic setup and operation of your new American Beauty Solder Pot. Before we unpack the solder pot, we want to verify that the package shows no visible signs of physical damage that might have occurred during shipping, storage, or handling. Using a box cutter or similar tool with a sharp, short blade, we will carefully cut through the tape without penetrating through the box. And now that the box is open, we will remove, inspect, and verify each of the contents inside. Be sure to retain all of the product literature that you find included with your new solder pot, especially the user's manual, which contains detailed information and instructions relating to the proper setup, use, and care of your solder pot. This package contains the skimmer assembly used to remove dross and contaminants from the surface of the molten solder during use, and the blocking screw that is inserted into the bottom of the crucible when the skimmer post is not used. As we remove the top layer of packaging material from the solder pot, you will notice that the dross skimmer post has been pre-assembled to the bottom of the crucible to prevent possible breakage from over-tightening. If you decide not to use the skimmer post, it can be removed and the blocking screw can be threaded into the bottom of the crucible in its place. Now let's remove the solder pot from the box, clearing away the box along with all of the packaging materials that were used to protect the solder pot during shipping and handling. The Model 300 and the Model 600 solder pot will both contain the skimmer post pre-assembled into the bottom of the crucible and a small package containing a blocking screw and dross skimmer paddle assembly. With no visible signs of shipping damage and all parts accounted for, we can begin setting up the solder pot. The intended area of operation should be well ventilated or should incorporate some method of air filtration or fume extraction. You will need direct access to a properly wired and grounded 3-wire AC voltage receptacle in the work area. The cord and plug assembly attached to your solder pot is approximately 6 feet in length. The solder pot should be set up to operate on a smooth, flat, and level surface that is heat and chemical resistant and should not be positioned on or near the edge. Beginning with the lowest position, turn the temperature knob to the highest and then back to the lowest position, checking for smooth, unobstructed movement. Now the solder pot can be plugged into the properly wired and grounded AC voltage outlet, keeping the cord positioned in a manner that will prevent accidental catching or pulling on the cord during use. There is a run light located here on the base of the solder pot that lets you know when heat is being applied as the pot cycles during use. This solder pot can now be filled with solder, which we refer to as charging your pot. We hope the information provided in this video is helpful in setting up your American Beauty solder pot.